Welcome to the Wally Show, precast, podcast, and postcast, all wrapped up into one since we are doing our Way FM Spring Pledge Drive here. This is a little bit different than normal, but we wanted to still give you something after the show because we love that you love the show so much to be a potty. So thank you so much. What do you got, Burker? What would we have talked about on the show today?
Well, we were kind of speculating the other day why Ben Carson hadn't dropped out yet.
Yes.
Because he was so low on the totem pole for the Republican Party.
Zach thinks it's financial because he wants to sell more books.
Yeah, that's why half the candidates run.
But the interesting thing is he didn't necessarily technically drop out yesterday, but he did announce that he didn't see a political path forward, and he's not participating in the debate tonight. So people are assuming he's basically announced that he's suspending his campaign, although there hasn't been an official announcement that I've seen.
Like, why would you not call it, and then, like, you're not going to show up to the debate? Like, what are you hoping that you win by some miracle by not being there?
Well, Trump didn't show up at a debate, and he's doing all right.
Yeah, but Trump is Teflon for some reason. It boggles my mind, but still, he's like winning this chunk. Like, I have to think that even people close to Trump, like even Trump's family, like Melania, is like, yeah, that one, I didn't see that coming, Dad. Like, just, okay. Or Ivanka's his daughter, but still, like, they all have those names. But it's crazy.
What? Those names?
Those names, those Eastern European names. Melania, Ivanka, Ivana. Wow.
Donald.
Wow, I know. That's really weird. And then he's got Don Jr. And what's his other? Oh, Eric, I think is his other son's name. There's one that looks just like him, sadly. And then...
wow, he's not on TV much. I don't...
No, because he looks just like the Donald. Like, would you want your face on TV if you look like that? I forget we're just doing a podcast here, and I'm not just goofing around. But then he's got his other son that it was on The Apprentice with him a lot. I think that one was Don Jr., and the other one that looks like him is Eric or something like that.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know a lot about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I know my Trump trivia, for sure. I tried to climb the wall at Mar-a-Lago when I was a kid. That's his place in West Palm. And I think now it's like a resort or whatever, but it was his place. And they had a wall there, and instead of barbed wire, they have broken shards of glass and bottles broken upside down in the cement, and it goes right down to the water. So one day we had pulled our cars over because it's right near the road. And we tried to climb it, and so I don't even know why. I don't even know what we were gonna do if we had jumped over the wall or stuff like that. But the glass is it's a pretty good deterrent.
The choices you make in life sometimes.
I know. I didn't make a lot of great ones as a kid.
Flipping over to the Democratic side, the plot thickens in the Clinton email scandal.
What?
Yeah, it's not over yet, apparently. A former Clinton staffer who's helped set up her private email server that led to all these problems, I guess he just accepted an immunity offer from the FBI.
Oh.
So some people are saying... this might do her in.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, I just figured like it was not a big deal because she said it wasn't a big deal, and so I figured, if she says it's not a big deal, then it must not be a big deal. Apparently, it is.
Although now he could make some kind of confession that everything that could have been wrong with it was his fault, and he's the only one that had any knowledge, thus protecting the Clintons.
That would be interesting, and it's good for your health to protect the Clintons.
Yes.
If you've read anything about history and some of the things that surround them, not a bad idea to fall on your own sword there. So that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. Because I remember at the time I was kind of like, all right, I get it. I don't think that's smart. Is it that big of a deal? But apparently in that world, it's a big deal because there's classified documents that weren't secured.
And they take that very seriously, apparently.
And they should.
Yes.
Yeah. And they should. And also, it's setting apart the rules, too. It's making yourself bigger than the system and be like, well, I don't have to play by these rules because I'm so-and-so. And so that's a danger, too, of somebody that's a leader. You kind of don't want that.
Especially if the only thing was to gain was so she didn't have to log in to two different accounts.
Right.
That's pretty much what she said the whole time. She just wanted one central email, which I get. I do that, too.
I understand that.
But when you're talking about classified documents...
Yeah, you don't want to send like the information for all of the world's terrorists to, Hills for Prez at yahoo.com
right,
or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, so just have your maid log you into the other one. That's fine. See, that solves the whole problem. Have someone else log you in. Give them your password and stuff. It's good. It's good stuff.
That would also be illegal.
Yeah, someone you trust, though. No, I'm not talking like crazy people, but someone you trust, like your gardener or something like that.
And I just have one more story today. This one is not political. It's a happy one. There's an 8-year-old girl in Missouri who's unfortunately battling brain cancer, but she was given her Make-A-Wish recently.
Oh, cool.
If you were 8 years old, what would you wish for?
Oh boy, that's tough. Like a Make-A-Wish. When I was 8, I'm trying to think of what I would have been into at that time. Like I loved like surfing and things like that. I did like music and stuff like that. I probably would have wanted to do something with like one of my favorort bands. I think that would have been cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Like to play guitar with one of them. Well, first to learn how to play guitar, then play guitar with one of them. I think would have been cool. What about you, Zach? What would 8-year-old Zach have loved to have done?
I'm not sure. I think it would have involved some kind of like a ball pit.
Science fair.
And meeting with some of my favorite scientists. Yes.
Even they're like, we're not doing this. Go make another wish. How bad? Like that'd be funny to see a list of rejected wishes. Like people go, no, better. You're gonna have to try harder than that.
I probably would have done something like to fly in the Blue Angels or something.
Ooh, that would have been good.
That'd be pretty fantastic.
I wonder if kids have made wishes before, like where the Make-A-Wish people are like, okay, this is great, but boy, we really want to ramp this up for you. Like I could see a kid not fully understanding the scope of what they could do, and then they go crazy and make it even bigger. Like that kid that wanted to meet Batman, and all of a sudden he's like, they do a whole Gotham City scene in L.A., and Batman shows up, and he's the mayor. Like they blew it out of proportion, and like for all the right reasons, and like what a cool thing. But that would be awesome. So what happened for this kid?
So this girl decided that for her Make-A-Wish, she wanted to clean up trash at her local park.
No.
Yes, that's what she chose to do, and they went with it. And so the whole town came out to help. The mayor even named February 27th, which is when they did this Amelia Myers Take Care of the World Day.
Nice.
And everybody helped clean up the trash.
Oh my goodness.
And I wonder if when she turns 9, she's going to be like, really? That's what I chose to do.
I was so dumb at 8, you know? Like,
did they truck in extra trash just to make it more epic?
that would have been cool.
They always dial it up.
Yeah, they
You
should
never know.
They should have let her drive the trash truck too, man. Like give her something like even cooler in the midst of this stuff, or one of those pokey sticks for picking up cups and
Oh,
stuff.
I always wanted one as a kid.
I know.
I would see like convicts on the side of the road. I'm
I
like,
know.
they're so lucky.
Yeah, I was a convict on the side of the road. Have you ever had to do community service by any chance?
No.
No, and why would they give you a weapon?
I have no idea. It doesn't seem very smart. No, I'm just kidding. I've never had to do that.
I would have believed it. I actually fully believe that.
No, I've actually never been in jail. I've been held in contempt of court before, but I've actually never been in jail.
I believe that. I just could see you doing something so dumb as a kid that you'd get community service.
That's the crazy thing, though. As a kid, I never got caught doing anything, and I was always respectful, though. Like, so I was never like that bad kid. I would push the boundaries of things like that, but I never got caught doing anything that there are things I did that I should have got caught doing for sure. But I was lucky, man. I always came off as like a good kid, even though I messed up a few times. A little bit. All right, so those are your stories. I have one of a guy who messed up, but then life got him. For some reason, there was this guy in Australia who randomly spit on a baby. I guess spat is the past term. Like, first of all, who does that? Like, what a sick, disgusting thing. But life intervened. The world intervened. Whatever you want to call it. Karma, God. I don't know who did this because I don't like to associate bad things with God a whole lot. But the guy spits on the kid, runs off, and gets hit by a car instantly.
Oh, wow.
No, why are you gasping? That's funny.
Is he okay?
I don't care. It's funny.
Spit on a baby.
Yes,
Like,
and he got hit by a car.
That doesn't really I mean...
Oh, how does that not justify it?
How does killing someone not justify spitting on a baby?
He didn't get killed. He was arrested.
You don't know that.
The police,
Okay.
the police arrested him, and he got in trouble because let me see. They arrested him for assault because of what he did with the child, and he also got arrested for getting hit by the car. And
Wait, you can get arrested for that?
Yes, they said they arrested him for that. I don't know why.
For getting hit by a car?
It was his fault. He did something.
You know he's going to turn around and sue the driver.
Yeah,
and he's going to
sadly.
end up making $1 million off of this.
Sadly, that's the crazy thing in all of this.
But let's go back to who deserves to die for spitting on a baby?
Dude, when you do dumb things, there's like the Darwin Awards and people do dumb things and you do something that's so egregious. And why would you even do that? And you start this process, you're like, pooh, and then you start running like, I got away with it. Life didn't let you get away with it. So you got hit by a car. That's your own fault. It's your own fault. Like if I spit on a baby and I ran into traffic, I would deserve to be hit by a car. 100%. And I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be like, Dad, gummit. I got hit by a car, but I spit on a kid and I ran into traffic. That's kind of on me. I feel sometimes like I'm the only one that has a logical sense in my body.
No, I think you're pretty twisted.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
No grace.
When I don't know about that, but when we talk about these things, you have no idea how many emails I get from people who are like, oh, yeah, they had that coming. Like, a lot of people are wired like me. Like, I don't know if you're good people and I'm a bad person, or if I'm right and you guys are like just like wrong. I don't know. But I know a lot of people actually agree with me. Like, potties, light it up. That's fine. Like, you have fun with this one. Like, go to some, email Zach and Becca. I don't want to deal with any emails, but email them and tell them what you think. That's fine. You know what? So I think we got to wrap this up because we got some more Pledge Drive stuff to do. But if you want to get involved with our WayFM Pledge Drive and be a potty and show support that way and keep all of this goodness coming, we are definitely appreciative of that. And you can do that at wayfm.com.